Welcome back. So today's video, I've been wanting to record this for like a whole week, y'all, but I've had orange surgery, and so if you follow my Instagram, you know that. But oh my god, something just fell in my tea. Anyway, Lord have mercy. Yeah, my face has been swollen, recovery has been annoying, and it was like never quiet to film. And goodness, the struggles of being a YouTuber. If you don't make YouTube videos, you will have no idea how much work this is, honestly. There's like always noise in the background. This is why I had to turn on like a sound machine, and like there's just never any quiet, you guys. So it's just, I'm glad that you're here. Bear with me. Like my last 5 videos, I literally had to record them overnight in my closet. Okay. Anyway, this video will be a response video to Lucid Living, Ossette's video, her 2020 reset, Transcending the 2020 reset. And so I'm going to actually have a few links in my description box. So make sure you check those out. This is going to be a very conversation that's going to go a few different places, but it will all tie in. I just want to start with, this video is important because, you know, I feel like there's so many of us that have like this similar thread running throughout our lives somehow. And it's important because during her video, one of the ladies, Matraiyas, was discussing being held basically hostage for like 7 weeks in a psychiatric hospital because of her spiritual beliefs. And I feel like this is happening a lot, especially in, you know, Caribbean and African American cultures. And we need to begin sharing our stories and shifting this narrative of mental illness, because things like this will continue to happen. And so I'm going to touch on that. I'm going to touch on a few things. I'm going to touch on fibroids and how this message from Gaia that I've also received recently, how all this ties in, reincarnation. I'm going to go into chakras and sound healing and time loops and full moon revelations. Like, I'm going to try and make this as short as possible, but I'm going to touch on a few of these topics today. And I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm happy to be filming this video now because, like I said, I could not even speak for a whole week, okay? And even right now, my damn throat is killing me. But, so I want to start, I guess I'll start with some recent things that have happened in regards to fibroids and this whole message from Gaia and remembering self and remembering your role and uncovering self and recovering memories and the process of that and how it looks different for all of us. There's been a few things lately that I've intuitively started doing that I'm noticing is impacting my overall mental wellness, especially in regards to fibroids. And if you look at my previous videos recently, I'm discussing my journey of eliminating my fibroids and what that's looking like, and it's changing, you know, day by day. I've been using sound therapy, so I guess I would say intuitively received the message that the issue with fibroids, and you know, this is just me, you know what I mean? Like, these are just my own feelings about what could actually be at the root, because I'm always trying to dig to the root of things now, and I feel like that has been calling me urgently for every problem. It's like I want to get straight to the roots. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's quantum. And I feel like I've had some proof of that recently with the regimen I began doing, and it has nothing to do with my diet, because I kept getting this message like, yes, my diet may be affecting these fibroids, it may be, but there's like this voice coming to me like, that's not it, like it's deeper than food, like it's deeper, and I just kept exploring that, like, what is this voice telling me that is deeper? Like, deeper how? And so I began using sound therapy. I got the message to do sound therapy, and I kid you not, I wish that I would have thought to take pictures, but I will have proof of this through sonogram in the future anyway, so I'm not really worried. But for now, I'm just going to tell you what happened. When I'm laying flat on my back, so this was maybe about a week and a half ago, when I would lay flat on my back, the fibroids were getting to the point where you could see a lump protruding my lower abdomen, and like, I've never been able to see it protruding like from underneath my skin. I've never. And so I became slightly alarmed, but I was guided to take one of my crystals, which I keep them in water over here on this thing, and my rose quartz, my tourmaline, and I have amethyst. So I have 2 rose quartz, and basically I was guided to place it on the lump and use, like I said, sound therapy through either tincture bells or own meditation, but basically using sound. My first session was about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and very literally after that one session, the lump was completely flattened out. It really was even deeper than the sound therapy itself. Like, yes, the sound is affecting us, but I was shown that it was my belief. You understand what I'm saying? How powerful my belief is. And so it was my belief that this is going to rid me. It was my belief that I'm already healed. You know what I'm saying? And so this was one of the messages that I received that I feel like was a direct message from, if you want to say, Gaia, the earth, the all-knowing intelligence. Because in this video they discussed, you know, we're all going to start receiving these messages of how to uncover ourselves, how to heal ourselves, instant manifestation. And I'm going to get into that because I have recently channeled a message from Gaia. I know it wasn't me. This was different. This was a different kind of a monologue or poem or message. It even felt different when I recited it. It was like all of the cells in my body woke up. I've never felt like this reciting a poem, and I've performed a lot on stage. I've, you know, done this a lot, and I'm telling you, of all my years of writing poems and monologues and performing, I've never felt what I felt channeling this, what I now know is a message from Gaia directly speaking to me. And there was a really deep revelation that came with that, but that was just for me. That I'm not really going to get too deep into that, but it's so deep that we begin paying attention to our intuition now more than ever. Like, if there's anything that you can do, is paying attention to your intuition and what you're being led to do, because it's for a reason. And so this goes into I want to go now into when I place the stones on my stomach. Now, we all have, you know, I'm just going to show you. I use stuff like this very, very loosely. You know, a chakra Bible. I don't necessarily, this is all my jewelry. But we all know, like, you know, there's colors for each chakra specifically, right? And these are just our energy sensors. But one of the things I channeled through this experience was to put the black tourmaline on my lower, like all the way at the bottom. You know what I mean? All the way at the bottom. Now, normally they say that's red, but something told me to put a black stone because there was something black there. And it's just really interesting that Osset mentioned, she drew a diagram where she mentioned something about a black chakra. And I just was like, see, you know, these messages will come to you if you allow them. And just pay attention and don't shun your own intelligence and say, well, no, the chakra book says, you know, like, put this color on this chakra. Like, have you ever tried to put a different stone there? Have you ever tried to just go outside and pick up a rock that you were drawn to and put it on your body? Have you ever, like, this is an experimentation process. Like, don't put yourself in these boxes. And this is mainly what I've been learning from this whole experience. And so I was doing the sound healing every day for at least an hour or hour and 20 minutes every day. I'm on like my 10th session. And it's my belief that I'm healed already from this. And I feel like that's what's shrinking my fibroids. I feel like I was getting instantaneous results. And I cannot wait. I literally can't wait to do my sonogram. So, you know, these are some of the things. Now I'm about to go into, what else do I need to get into? Oh, time loops. I have a previous video, because in Osset's video, there were a set of twins and another woman who did this video. Like I said, I'm going to leave links in the description box of her experience at this psych hospital where they withheld her against her will. I know I'm going back. Like I said, this conversation is going to be everywhere, y'all. Please bear with the sidebar, and my brain be going like, okay. But I just wanted to backtrack. Make sure you check the description for Matraiyas' video where they withheld her against her will. And so I just want to go into the New Year's Eve being a ritual. And it was something that was brought to my attention this past New Year's Eve, so like 2019. And in Osset's video, the ladies, it was a group discussion, which was really beautiful. They discussed this time loop that Gaia is going through, this time loop, this resetting that the planet goes through. Quantumly, I would like to associate it with the quantum reset. Now, I'm only speaking on the parts of the video that actually resonate with an experience I've personally had already. And so this resetting idea really resonated with me because I have a video that I will link in the description called Am I Reincarnated? Because I feel like that's specifically a memory that during that time when I recorded it, oh, my gums are starting to hurt now. When I recorded that video, I feel like those were the memories that I was uncovering, was of me, you know, like this time looping. Like I remember in the video, if you watch it, it's like I had a breakdown on camera. Like, why do I feel like I've been doing this over and over and over again? I felt psychotic. I literally felt like, well, this is it, Nirvana. Like, you know, you have officially exited sanity. Like, it's over for you because, girl, how do you feel like you've been doing this over and over again? Like, what do you mean? But that was the literal feeling I had. It was like this torturous memory of me repeating something hundreds, how God knows. I mean, like, it was overwhelming. please check that video out, because maybe if you've gone through something like this, maybe you will have an understanding of like, yo, it's not just you. All of us are waking up to memories of past lives and how many times we have possibly done this shit. And so in Offset's video, she mentions this time looping and how 2020 is going to be another reset. And so if you have not started, woken up to, begun whatever divine spiritual work you were brought here to do, your ass is gonna motherfucking be reset again. I'm not trying to get reset again, okay? I'm not trying to get reset again. And this is why I feel like I woke up to the fact, I'm linking that in the description to New Year's Eve as a ritual. It's a time-setting ritual. They want you to go back. So it's like every single year, you counting backward is you resetting, going back, resetting your consciousness back. And I remember like saying, yo, I'm not doing this. I remember during that little pocket of time, I said, I want to move forward. You know what I mean? And so that was something else that resonated with me, was this idea of looping. You know what I'm saying? Looping, and me just feeling like this year was, I felt this urgency. Like I feel a urgency, like I have no idea where this urgency is coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this is what it is. This is what I'm waking up to, the urgency of how important this year is specifically to the development of our consciousness as individuals, the trajectory of our future, because I feel differently right now about time, you know, about past and present and future, and how the word present literally spells pre-sent, which means it was sent before we got here, which means it was preordained, which means is there even a present, and are we fucking dead here? Like, it's just, it's really insane, y'all. Okay, like I may need to record that and do it separately, but I have a video I'm putting out called Social Media is a Graveyard. That's my next upload. I feel like we died when we came here. And so when Offset brings up the whole, she mentions Gaia saying something about her children are dead. You know, they're not awake, they're asleep, they're the walking dead, basically. And I very literally said this in my channeled piece that I channeled this week about, did we die? Everything is past, everything is dead that we're doing here, everything. This video is going to be dead as soon as I upload it. It's like, we cherish the dead here. So did we die? But like, and so it's just like, when you want to talk about us living in Gaia's memories, that would make so much of sense to me as to why I feel like it would just make so much sense of why this reality is the way it is, and why we feel the way we do, and why time is the way it is, and it's so warped. Everything is past. We don't even have the capacity to know what a present is. It doesn't exist, not to me. It's this elusive thing. And so, you know, I've just been really feeling this urgency and feeling like I'm being called to self a lot more these days. And I feel like that's probably even the reason for this hair. Like, I just recently did my hair in these rainbow braids, and then I'm gonna tell you why. It's so strange, because I like rainbow hair, but I've never felt this compulsion. It was like a compulsion. Again, this is a whole different feeling I've been coming into. Okay, it's like whoa, like it's like another energy coming into me. And this is kind of like what happened on March 3rd. You know, they talk about this, how you'll wake up one day. One of the twins in Offset's video spoke about her waking up one day and just feeling like I'm awake now, or like you just feel activated or something. It's strange. And I went through that on March 3rd. I literally woke up and I was doing this. Like, I was literally like looking at myself, looking around, like I had never been here or something. And I just remember feeling like I was in some kind of a witness state, witnessing myself do this. There was like another presence within me. My vision was clear. It was just strange. And so that resonated with me. You know what I mean? All of this, a lot of the things I've been going through happened on the cusp of the full moon in Scorpio. This channeled message from Gaia, that poem, and this poem that I wrote, you know what I mean? Like I said, I thought I would be able to attach it to this video, but now it's too long, so I'm going to have to just do a separate video called Message from Gaia, channeled message from Gaia. Because when I read those words, those were not my words. And when you read it, you're going to feel something too, like, those were not my words. It's never my words when I write poems, but this message was like, when I was reading those words, I felt shook. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. Okay, and so I'm just going to record that also today when I get a chance, because like I said, all of this stuff is important, and I just think we all need to share our messages, because like I said, these hallucinations, these messages you get, all of these things, you know, people will try to call you schizophrenic. Like, if I went to a psychiatrist and told them about the hallucinations I have about fucking trees moving and seeing two suns, like, oh, I'm delusional, they locking me right up. Like, we can't be going through this. We can't be going through this. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we need to start sharing our stories, upload your YouTube videos, or make your post on, you know, your Instagram page. Because this is mental health institutional racism due to our culture and spirituality, you know. So let me guys know what you think about this. Check out some of the videos I'm going to post in my description box. And you know, there should be no fear here. You know, as long as you are letting the universe know that you're open to knowing what your calling is here, and that you're open to, you know, the things and changes that you need to do for you. Because I'm all about sovereignty here. If something doesn't resonate, it's not supposed to resonate for you. It doesn't mean shit is right or wrong. It just means that's not the path for you. Like, every group is not for you. Every spiritual group is not for you. Every spiritual practice is not for you. And that's my main message here. Like, sound healing might be good for me, but for someone else, it might be something they need to heal with food. And I honestly feel like, you know, with this whole raw food thing and people healing fibroids and doing raw food and all this, I feel like that's just placebo effect. That's your belief believing. You understand what I'm saying? That this is what's going to heal me. Not nothing else. Somebody's trying to call me. We got to start looking at placebo effect. And so now that I know it's actually my belief here, it's my belief that this food is horrible. It's my belief about everything. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to just kind of cap this video off here. Let's start shifting the narrative of mental illness. Let's start channeling and listening for our divine messages from Gaia, because you are not crazy. You know what I mean? I certainly thought I was crazy, like I said, when I made that in my reincarnated video. I literally thought I had finally lost it all. Okay? Because how would you feel like that? Like, you've been here numerous times. They would have locked me away, just like they did Matraya. It's crazy out here, y'all. I'm glad I got to make this video finally. You all be well. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about all this. And I will be uploading soon again. Later.